we doing, guys? You're watching Dirt Bike Channel. I'm your host, Kyle Brotherson, and today there's a little bit of alpine mountain riding here in Utah that we're going to show you. This is the type of riding that really saved me with dirt bikes, because basically, some of you guys have heard the story. Before I realized that riding like this existed, I almost sold my dirt bike back a number of years ago, and got introduced to some single track like this, and I've been hooked ever since. For this ride, it was the first time out on some a brand new set of tires. I'm running Bridgestone Battlecross X40 tires on the front and the rear. This is a hard terrain tire, and they actually did pretty well. I've now got a couple rides on them, and this was the first ride out, so I didn't know quite how they were going to perform. And I'm running tubeless on this, and I actually really like the tires, and they held up really well through the rocks and stuff. This isn't super rocky. But there is some rocks that you end up spinning on, and I thought they held up pretty well.
How's it going, guys? Doing a little alpine single track today. Haven't been out too long, and man, my hands are already tired for some reason. I don't know, maybe I'm a little dehydrated or something, but my hands are tired.
It's such a blast and a thrill to get up in the canopy under the pines and just kind of being a little bit more in the deep forest. It is just, there's a serene feeling, and it just, oh man, I just love it.
It's a little fawn about this tall. You see it?
Yep. I wasn't able to pick out that fawn from the GoPro footage here. It's just too much of a wide angle, but it's so fun to be up in the mountains and then just see the wildlife. You know, we'll see deer, we'll see, you know, all kinds of antelope. Sometimes we've seen mountain goats, sometimes we've seen bear. And these bikes, especially since we're not like revving them out up in the alpine single track, it's amazing how close these animals will let you get to them. And we're not trying to scare anything, but I just love being out there with them and kind of sharing the mountain with them.
The only problem with these trails up here that I have is they're just busy enough that you really got to pay attention, because you'll get oncoming traffic. So it's really important to be looking ahead as far as you can and watching these blind corners. like that.
When I'm riding in situations like this, I'll purposely click up a gear on this 300 and then just let it, you know, lug real down low. And that's twofold. That's because I don't want to be revving out the bike up here in the Alpine single track, and I also, you know, to keep the noise level down. But I also just want to be able to keep really good traction. And when you're lugging along like that, it's not like I'm going slow. I'll be clicked up into third gear and lugging along, and I'm getting phenomenal traction, and you don't break loose, and then, you know, you ride smooth that, and you're not you know, ticking a bunch of people off. The other thing too is if your bike is down like that, if there is somebody revving their bike out, 4-stroke, 2-stroke, whatever, you might actually be able to hear them because you're not completely revved out. So I'm doing it for multiple reasons. Right up here, there's kind of a hairpin left-hander, and I'll go ahead and I'll switch down into second gear, and you'll just kind of hear the bike still pull through in second. This isn't something that you need to do in first gear. It's better, if you can, to just click down into second gear and then use the clutch around the corner like this.
Yeah.
So I don't know how high I went, but I was jumping.
Oh, you didn't go off the trail though, right?
No, I landed on the trail and kept going.
Nice.
But I backpacked your dust.
Yeah.
Because I was behind you and following the trail in front of you, just staying close.
Yeah.